Alright guys, my name is Chris Gutierrez with Code 3 Motors, longtime paramedic and power stroke mechanic. I have a 2003 E350 by Leader is the coach builder. This vehicle has 212,000 miles on it, I believe. We'll double check when we get inside. A little over 200,000. It drives great. It has the 7.3 liter motor. So if you're a fan of the 7.3 liter motor, turbo diesel, this is the last year for that motor. You can see the body is in great condition, paint's in nice shape. The blue stripe is paint, it isn't a vinyl graphic. If you need it completely white, we can certainly paint it all white. If you just want to cover it with a vinyl stripe, the blue stripe, we can do that too. Just let me know what your needs are, but the price that we have listed is for the vehicle in its current condition. It doesn't need anything mechanically. It drives great. We're going to do a test drive. We're going to go in the back of this thing, check out every inch of the patient compartment as well as the cab, and we're going to go over every knob and switch. So let me get this thing fired up. We'll get in the back and start going over everything. Let's jump in here and get that going. It has, oops, I just hit the power. It has 213, almost 214 on the odometer. All right, let's see here. Here's our back. You can see the back is in fantastic shape. The floor is really nice. The upholstery doesn't have any tears. When we get inside, we'll get the lights on, and on the action wall here is how you would do that. This is your high or low, and your fluorescent. We're going to turn everything on, and I'll sit back here so you can get a look above the rear doors. You'll notice that there's a large compartment there, typically for gloves, but it's big enough that you could put all sorts of things, seat collars and whatnot. This is the bench seat side. And over here, let me go back to the end here. This is a large compartment for a stair chair. It's big enough to accommodate a Stryker stair chair, which is the biggest of the stair chairs. So a Furno would certainly fit in there, but it will accommodate a Stryker. There's cabinets up above. There are cabinets below. You can see there. And cabinets over here. The inverter is down there, and the antlers are in the way. Otherwise I can pop that and show you, but I can demonstrate we can make the inverter come alive on the action wall over there. There's compartment space there for cannulas, O2 masks, BBMs, airways, stuff like that. There's our jump seat. There's storage below. There's storage behind it, and over here is another seat. So if you have a patient that is walking and doesn't require a gurney, you can put them over there. There's an adjustable shelf inside there. You could put typically guys will put their personal belongings and stuff in there, jackets, lunch, backpacks, whatever. And then on our bench seat, there's a compartment underneath. Not much really on this side. A small cubby hole, a place for hazardous waste or sharps on that side. And over here's a little more space. You'll see the spare tire stuff down there, but it's big enough to put a traction splint or a KED, anything like that, pillows and blankets and stuff. So let's get into our action wall. Oh yeah, there's also a lockable narcotics locker up above there. And you can put your narcs in there, lock them up. There's that. Okay, so our action wall, you'll see there's two outlets for O2, our suction regulator, 12 volt cigarette lighter, and our inverter plugs. There's also a plug over here. There's also an O2 outlet on the bench seat side in case you have a patient on the bench seat. So So our lights, if you look there, you'll see the second switch is high or low. So if we look at the lights, right down to low, we have our fluorescent lights on. There's a switch here for the fluorescence. There's 2 of them. There's that. And then our exhaust vent, which is located over here somewhere. I hear it. I don't see it. As long as we have one, though, that's all that matters. So if there's odors back here that are knocking you out, you can get rid of them by hitting that button. That'll suck them out and blow them outside. We also have our electric suction. So if you look at the gauge there, I'll put my finger and you can see that's dialed in just right. And if you want to increase it or decrease it, you just do it from that knob there. Our air conditioner, ooh, that's this button right here. That comes out of there, and it is on low. That's pretty powerful. That's low. So we have a speed selector, which is this button right there. If I go to high, you can really get that going. And then this just closes it off for heat or cool. Now, if you want to dial in a specific temperature, it runs off of the front AC, or the front climate control. You just tell your partner, hey, we need heat back here. He, switches over to heat, and then you'll have heat going out here. If you need air conditioning, be like, hey, it's hot back here. We need air AC. You tell them to put it on AC, and then you have AC. So there's that. And then so our inverter, if we hit invert, you can see that comes alive. It's also a battery charger, so if you have something plugged into the Shoreline, if you hit charge, it'll show you how charged the batteries are. Currently, our batteries are fully charged. We have 13 volts in our battery system, and there are a total of 4 batteries. Let me turn that off. Okay, there's a total of 4 batteries, 1 under the hood that's for the Ford related stuff, 2 that are dedicated to the inverter, and 1 that's an emergency start battery. So if for some reason you drained your batteries, you have a code 3 call, you need to get this thing started, I'll show you when we get in the front. We can go ahead that way right now. Actually, I think we've seen everything in the front. You'll also notice that it's set up for a Striker, MX Pro, Easy Pro, Power Pro. Those will all fit. Your backboard compartment is here underneath the bench seats. The house tank for the oxygen is in the side compartment. Down here, I think we got to put a regulator. Yeah, we have regulators. I'll have one of my guys put a regulator on there, so this thing will be deployment ready. You won't have to do anything but put a tank in and a gurney and start running calls. There's that. Let's go in the front and go over all of that stuff. I forgot to turn the lights off, but we'll do that in a minute. Oh, you know what? Before we get in the front, let me just give you a look under the undercarriage. There's no rust. There's a spare tire. And you'll also notice that the tires are in great shape. Give you a look at those. There's deep tread in all 4 tires. Let me give you another look underneath. And then I'll pop the hood real quick before we get in. We're losing the sunlight. I also want to go for a test drive. there's our motor, and you can see in great condition. It sounds great. You can tell right away it's a 7.3 because it's got the air intake in the middle of the motor. The 6.0 has it over to the side here. There's that. All the batteries are good. In fact, I think the 3 that are in the side, those are batteries that are in that side compartment there. All 3 of those are new, and the one under the hood is 2 years old. You can probably already hear we have the air conditioner on, so that's high. This is our speed selector. You can see that it's on max AC, and then we have it over here on cool, our climate control. So there's 2 middle settings and low. I'll put it up there. So we got max AC, normal AC. You can hear the actuator door move, vent, off, floor, mix, and defrost. All right, let's turn that off for a minute. We got radio.
Consideration about.
We're still standing when the balls are good. The rest of
Okay, and then let's see. We got up here. Let's take a look up here. Look at the steering wheel. Our mileage is 213,967. We'll just say it's got 214,000 miles. That's probably what I'm going to list in the ad. All the needles are nominal. There's no check engine light. There's no service engine soon light. And then, we got power windows, obviously. Sorry about the sun. And then there's that side too. You can see that. And then if you look over there, I'll do the mirror. It has power mirrors. If you look at the big mirror, so you can see that going side to side, up and down. There's that. Then if you look over at this mirror, I'll do that one. Alright, there's that, up and down. Okay, there's that. And then we have our regular Ford horn, our windshield wipers, which will, you can see there's the spray. Let me do that again. I think you can see that. There's the spray, and then they go really fast. I feel like I'm zoomed in a little bit. No, I guess not. Okay, there's really fast, and there's a bunch of settings in the middle, and slow, and intermittent. Up here is all of our emergency switches and all of that stuff. Our siren. This is our emergency switch, our emergency start switch that I was telling you about. So if you flip that up, you pull that down, and that engages the emergency start, and bam, Bob's your uncle. It's a one-throw switch for the emergency lights. You just put that switch up, and it's your code 3 operation. And then there's headlight flasher if you want the headlight flasher. You can disable your backup alarm. There's left flood, right flood, rear flood. You can kill the patient domes from up here. You can also kill the patient AC and heat. You can also just turn off all power to the back by hitting the module disconnect. So there's that. Okay, our siren has to be engaged. There's the power. So if I hit that when the switch is engaged, then we have the electronic air horn. If I turn that off and I hit the horn, it's just the Ford stuff, right? So if I hit that up and then put it on manual, we should go into whale right here. So, okay, only if I hit the siren. If we go to HF, then we're gonna go full-blown whale, and then if I double click or single click, it goes to Yelp. If I double click, it goes off. There's that. And then I think we have T3. No, there's no T3 on this siren. Okay, so you got whale, Yelp, and electronic air horn, and then also has a PA here. Oops, turn up the volume. Let me see. Roll my window down a little bit. All right, let me try that one more time. Testing, testing, testing. You can probably hear that. Oh yeah, before I forget, because I always do, there's also a map light, and if you're looking for an address or something outside, it's dark, you can use that. The center console has space for drinks. You could mount radios in there. That's what was there. It also has space for patient care reports or clipboards and whatnot. Oh, let me get out the seats. Let me show you the seats. Upholstery's in nice condition. You can see that there's no tears. There's no head grease or anything like that on both of them. There's that. And this is not just a window. If you had to get into the back from the front, you could. If you needed to get, vice versa, that's a large enough space to crawl through. Unless you're on the large side, and then there's battery disconnect on the side of the seat. That's what feeds juice to the back, but not until you hit the module disconnect. So let's look at our emergency lights. Back it up here. Okay, so you can see we got the light bar going. We got front grille lights that are alternating. We have front fender lights. We have the wig-wag headlights. The light bar's got a combination of flashers. There's steady burning reds in the middle. The outside are strobes. And then there's white strobes. And then there's the front fender light. There's the 9x7s on the side. We got the side flood lamps on. And then back here, we have amber strobes and alternating red flashers, and then you can see the clear rear load lamps, and then that brake light, that light that's up at the top that's not lit up is a third brake light. So there's that. Okay, I really want to get a test drive in. If you bear with me for a moment, I need to get some things together, and then we'll go for a test drive.